What's up, guys? Kayak Mike here. I'm going to go over the Scioto event that happened this past weekend in this video. So, we looks like we had 12 anglers in the event. They braved the weather that was going on throughout the entire state of Ohio. The Scioto River boundaries are this red line right here. This is all you're allowed to fish for Scioto. This specific event, you were allowed 1/2 nautical mile away from the main channel. Normally, this is a no tributary event at all because we want the anglers to really learn how to not learn, but we want the anglers showing us what only the Scioto is capable of producing. But with the weather and the high water, we want anglers to be as safe as possible. We also made the call to cut kayaks. We did not let kayaks compete. This is a bank and kayak only event. We cut kayaks out of it and we made it bank only. But it still ended up with 12 anglers. With that in mind, once we cut kayaks, we lost 3 anglers. So technically, 15 total people signed up, and we only lost 3 once we cut kayaks out. So it was really impressive. Going down here, Joel Harris won this. Chris Minahan came in second. Justin Harris, which is the twin brother to Joel Harris. And if that's the case, Joel last year, if we had a Rookie of the Year for OCT, he would have won it hands down. He was a phenomenal first-year competition angler in our scene. I posted a video, I believe, on the Scioto River Reports that I said he was a first-year angler, and I want to recant that. He's not a first-year angler. He's a first-year competition angler last year, and he really, really kicked butt. So if his twin brother is any as good as he's going to be, that's another great addition to the Scioto River. The Scioto River Trail, in my opinion, is one of the best trails out there. It's such a great group of guys and all that kind of stuff. So let's move in here. We'll go over the cashers, which were the top 3, and we'll go over big fish. So Joel Harris, this was his big fish right here, 24.5 inches. Boom. Very nice. He tied for second biggest fish in the tournament. We don't pay it out, but he did tie for second biggest fish in the tournament. He tied with Aaron Grubbs, I believe. Yep, Aaron Grubb also had a 24.5 incher. And then if you move up, Chris Minahan, sponsored by Sour Patch Nutty Buddy, Harborough, Honey Buns, and Jolly Ranchers. Here's his fish. This was his big fish, 22 inches. And the beauty about the Scioto is she's a beast. So there's one really good fish caught. Conditions aren't always the best, so you can come out and put 71 inches up and win a tournament. It's just a matter of finding where the fish are going to be when those conditions aren't that great. Justin Harris, his big fish was 16. Boom, there you go. And then the big fish. So Eric Grubb must have went and found himself, I'm guessing, a backwater. I believe he posted about it. And he caught himself a 41-inch tank of a blue cat out of the Scioto River. That is absolutely phenomenal. So he won big fish for this event. And I am always transparent with payouts. If anyone ever asks me about payouts, I will walk them through it happily. I don't put it in every single video just because it's just not something I put in every single video throughout the year. But I do at least once in every single event put out how we got to where we got to the payouts so everyone knows exactly what's going on. So it was $40 entry. After the credit card fee, it brings it down to about $38 actually goes to the overall pot. $5 goes to the Cat King. So every single entry from the Scioto River this year is going to a Cat King pot for the Scioto River competitors to compete on at the end of the year. I'll explain more about that in a second. $5 of that entry goes to Big Fish for that specific event. And then the remaining $28 goes towards the pot for that tournament. So if you look down here, there was 12 anglers. So when there's 9 to 14 anglers, money back goes to third. And then 30% of the remaining pot goes to second, 70% of the remaining pot goes to first. And I will show you guys exactly how I get to that number. So if you add all these up right here, all the anglers, boom, that adds everything up. That's $336. So $336 went to the overall pot. Well, third place gets their money back. So you take overall pot minus 40 because he spent $40 to get into the event. That leaves $296 left. Second place gets 30%, which is equals 0.3 times the remaining pot, 88.8. So that's how you get $88.80. And then first place gets $70 or not $70, 70% or the difference between the remaining pot and second place, which is $207.20. If you wanted to do it, if you wanted to actually do the math, the 70% of 296, 2 is 720. There's multiple ways. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. There's multiple ways to get the answers in math. So that's how these are generated. And then if you want more information about the Cat King pot, I'm going to go over here really quick. This is going to build up throughout the year. So every angler that enters, there's $5 that goes towards this pot for the entire year. And then depending on how big that pot is, the very last event of the year, the top 4 or 6 anglers in points for King Cat for Scioto River, and this is Scioto River only. This isn't building another pot for another scene. This is you guys are building your pot for your scene. So I believe if you did this last year with a $5 format, last year you guys did it with a $1 format, but I believe if you did this last year with a $5 format, it would have been about $400 you were competing for. So I'm suspecting this pot to get between $350 and $500, just depending on entries for the rest of the season. And then at the end of the season, that pot will grow, and then the top point leaders will be competing for that to be the overall king cat for the Scioto River. And if you guys see here, let me go to Fishing Chaos really quick. If you see, come on, Trail, come on. You see how there's 4 trails? All 4 trails will have a king cat or a cat king. I'm going to throw out $500 of my own money in November, and I'm going to let those 4 guys, who are all the individual cat kings of all 4 trails, compete for that. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, so that's how the payouts are done. That's the behind the scenes, and yeah, and unfortunately, there was an angler who was upset with this past weekend with how things were ran. Um, if anyone has seen the post, you'll notice not a single angler in the event is taking his side on anything. He's blocked all of us from being able to comment. And yeah, if you want any information on what actually happened, just shoot me a message or any other angler in the tournament, for that matter, and you'll get to the actual bottom of it. But yeah, one bad apple doesn't reflect how great the Scioto River series actually is. So that's it for Scioto, and Kayak Mike out of here.